The 2020-21 Premiership Rugby will be the 34th season of the top flight of English domestic rugby union competition and the third to be sponsored by Gallagher. The competition will be broadcast by BT Sport for the 8th successive season with 5 games also simulcast free to air on Channel 5. Highlights of each weekend's games are to be shown on Channel 5 with extended highlights on BT Sport. The reigning champions entering the season are Exeter Chiefs, who claimed their second title after defeating Wasps in the 2020 final. Newcastle Falcons were promoted as champions from the 2019-20 RFU Championship at the first attempt. Due to changes to the global rugby calendar implemented this year in the COVID-19 pandemic, prolonging the previous season, this season features a later start and later finish and will take place over a reduced time frame of 32 weeks. The season also featured a 2-week break in January due to the suspension of both of the European professional club rugby competitions. New regulations were introduced this season for games cancelled as a result of the pandemic or otherwise. A brief outline of the new regulations are: when cancellation is as a result of COVID-19, points will be awarded as follows. There are also changes to the regulations allowing the testing oversight group to cancel matches. Regulations for the semi-finals and final will be published later in the year. This season also includes a moratorium on relegation due to the effects of the pandemic. This season is the last under the current regulations before changes are made next season and again before 2024-25. Newcastle Falcons, having won the 2019-20 RFU Championship, replaced Saracens, who were relegated last season after finishing bottom of the table due to 105 points deductions. Due to the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic, no team will be relegated this season. Losing semi-finalists. Starting table. Source: Premiership Rugby games cancelled due to COVID-19 will be deemed a 0-0 draw with 4 points awarded if a club was able to field a team and 2 if they were not. Tiebreakers for teams tied on points: 1. Number of matches won. 2. Difference between points for and against. 3. Total number of points for. 4. Aggregate number of points scored in matches between tied teams. 5. Number of matches won excluding the first match, then the second, and so on until the tie is settled. Fixtures for the season were announced by Premiership Rugby on the 29th of September 2020. This was delayed from July due to the previous season being affected by the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown. The London doubleheader no longer features after being discontinued in 2018. All fixtures are subject to change, in particular the start of the season, due to potential restrictions relating to any rise in instances of COVID-19 in the playing community. The league season began on the 20th of November 2020. C. Conn Smith 14 feet, 47, Penn Smith 33 feet, 53 feet as in previous seasons. The top 4 teams in the Premiership table, following the conclusion of the regular season, contest the playoff semi-finals in a first vs fourth and second vs third format, with the higher-ranking team having home advantage. The 2 winners of the semi-finals then meet in the Premiership Grand Final at Twickenham on 26 June 2021. Note: flags to the left of player names indicate national team as has been defined under World Rugby eligibility rules, or primary nationality for players who have not yet earned international senior caps. Players may hold one or more non-WR nationalities. Source: